In this video, I'm going to share with you some top tips for styling your footwear photography and videos. Tip number 1, any shoes with laces or straps need to be really neatened out. Make sure that you style those laces in a perfect way. You can also use the laces themselves as a styling element in your shots. If you do want to do something more creative and artistic with the laces, then that's a really nice way to highlight a feature on a shoe. Make sure any labels or sales tickets are removed. You can get a little pair of scissors and cut off any Kimball tags. You might also want to have a Kimball gun to put the tags back on the shoes once you finish shooting. So you want to have your shoes really nice and clean as well. So make sure you've got a soft cloth that you can buff the shoes down with. Remove any dust with some canned air. So once you put that shoe onto the set, it's going to look its best. When you're shooting shoes together, have a look at the relationship, the spacing between the two shoes. If you're, for instance, on a side profile, you might want to poke out the back shoe so that you can see a bit more that this is a pair. The front shoe may obscure the back shoe a little bit. Similarly, if you have a tall product, you might want to give them a little bit more space so they have a bit of breathing room, and that's a nice sort of relationship between those two shoes. You can use different surfaces to get different looks as well. If you use a matte surface, you should get a nice little contact shadow underneath the shoe, which gives it a placement, gives it somewhere to live. You can also use a shiny surface, something that's going to reflect the shoe into it, and this is really used to get a more luxurious looking shot. And those are just two simple ways when shooting on a white background to add a little bit more interest. A contact shadow or a nice luxurious shiny surface. You can also use materials to stack up your shoes and prop them up in different angles. You may want to highlight the sole of the shoe in a shot. So to prevent that from tipping over, you might need to prop it up with something. So you could use some sticky blue tack, or you could use a piece of wood just to hold that in place. So hopefully these simple tips will help you with your styling of footwear.